so hopefully you've got them things together now, and we're just gonna get stuck into it. So first of all, you just want to get your magazines. Probably get a variety, so get some that's like maybe home, some that's fashion, just to give you like more variety of when you're like picking the pictures for the projects. And also, just as a disclaimer, this is my sister's hands that's in this video. She's the one that's doing it. I'm just doing the voiceover for this video. Okay, so yeah, so just find your picture that you think will look nice. Don't use scissors like that because that's very dangerous. Yeah, just using an X-Acto knife for cutting out the page from the magazine. Just because it's easier, safer, and it just works better, you know? Alright, cool. So you've got your page. Get your piece of card now. And this card we're going to use for the framing of that picture. So we're going to draw up the guide, so we've got that, like, to make sure that it's all like neat and nice and exact. So I think this one was a 2-inch border that I done in this. Let me just check. Yeah, so 2 inches for this one. If you want a thicker border, I'll just like do maybe like 3 inches. And obviously smaller, just do smaller, you know. So yeah, just mark it all up, and then afterwards you can draw up all the lines based off the marks you've just made to create that guide for you for when you're cutting. Okay, so now we can get cutting this out. So you're going to use your ruler as like a guide so you don't end up cutting your hand, and you can cut it straight as well. So get your ruler, get your X-Acto knife, and get to cutting. And also, if your card is quite thick, which is bound to be, just make sure you push down a bit hard and maybe go over it once or twice just to make sure you actually pushed it through, because Shay struggles so much, it's actually painful to watch. Yeah, so you'll see here that she thought that she cut through it, and clearly she did not. So just make sure you go over it a couple of times just to make sure that it's actually gone through. Especially this type of card is actually quite thick, so you just want to push down really hard. Maybe just do what she's doing, like just go around, but this is a bit dangerous, so just use the ruler. So stick to what we were doing originally. Use the ruler and the X-Acto knife so that you can prevent yourself from cutting your fingers, because we don't want any of that. Finally, wow, she's still got a bit of strand, but you know what, we can just neaten that up after. Okay, so we've got the frame, we've got the picture. Let's just see what it's going to look like. Okay, that looks cute. Okay, so now we know it's going to be fitting in there and everything's fine. You can get to gluing. And I would say that it's probably essential that you use a piece of scrap paper, even like the piece of scrap paper from the magazines that you've got, just as a guide to put behind, not as a guide, just like as a something to do your gluing on, because otherwise you're going to get all over your cutting mat and it's just not nice. It's just going to glue everywhere and it's just going to be messy, and you just don't need that, you know, and the cutting mat don't deserve that. Right, so on to the next one. So we're going to get that smaller piece that you've just cut out the middle of the other card, and we're going to use that as a frame. So this one we've done it a bit thinner. This one was a 1-inch border, I do believe. Either 1 inch or ½ inch. I'm not really good with like inches, so I don't know, but I feel like that's ½ inch. And once you do it once, it's so much quicker to just do the next one. as you can see, she's working so much quicker. I don't know if she's just because it's a smaller piece of card, but I think it's because she's just done it and she's like figured out how to hold a pencil and a ruler. Alright, yeah, so you draw up the guide, get the X-Acto knife and your ruler and get to cutting. And do make sure that you have used a cutting mat, please, because if you don't, like, you can end up scoring the table that you're leaning on, and it's just safer to use a cutting mat because like the resistance and all that. But you've made it this far. No, I'm the one who's giving it up. Okay, we've got the frame. Okay, so now you just want to go through the magazines again, pick out a nice picture that you think will go and complement the other one, because obviously there's like a set that we're creating. Yeah, just something that you think is going to look nice. And then once you find it, use that frame as a guide to draw around so that you know it's actually going to fit in the frame, and you know what part of that page is going to look nice in the frame or whatnot. Okay, and then if you're cutting out something that is like in the middle of the page, then you can just use scissors. You don't need to use the X-Acto knife. It's just easier. So I'm gonna get okay. Oh, that is so pretty. I just want to glue it down, and please remember the scrap piece of paper to go behind. There, she remembered. Yeah, just glue that down. I find like Pritt stick is so much easier to use than like PVA glue or whatever, because it just dries quicker and it's less messy. So just place the frame on top of the picture now, and boom. My voice is a bit like husky today or croaky. I don't know if I'm getting ill or what, but I do apologise. So yeah, use a baby wipe to get the glue off. Don't use tissue. I think she's using tissue here, and it's just like you can probably end up pushing down too hard on a card and then like scoring marks into it. You don't want that. Baby wipe is just easy, quick, and oh, they lit up already. Okay, cool. Alright, so on to the final one. So for this one, you want to choose a page that's a bit thicker in the magazines, because you're going to use that for the actual frame itself. So yeah, so just choose a page where you like the border of it. You just like the page, you know, just pick a nice page. Alright, then use the X-Acto knife to cut it out. Okay, yeah, so I didn't even show you, but just create a frame out of it, the same that we'd create the frames in the other one. I think this one is a 1-inch border. And just go around with the X-Acto knife to neaten up any little bits that needs neatening up. Okay, so now find a picture in the magazines that you want to go behind the frame. Okay, and then just cut it out once you find it. It just goes together so well, it's just so pretty. So friggin' pretty. Okay, so then use that frame that you've just created as a guide for like how much you need to cut off this picture for it to fit in there. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if I've made sense this whole video, but I'm trying, you know. once you are happy that it's like in the middle or like just positioned well, then you can like start gluing it down. But obviously we ain't reached that stage yet. It's fine, you know, it's fine. What are we on, like 11 minutes now? It's fine, it's fine. These are just such like good hacks to creating nice wall art around your house for cheap, like on a budget. Like these magazines literally were free because like in London, around the underground stations, they just hand out magazines, just have free magazines. So yeah. Okay, yeah, just use the glue again. But obviously Shay clearly does not know how to like glue properly, because she clearly didn't do this in nursery, primary school, secondary school, you know, so. But you know, I'm not judging. Not at all, not at all. Oh, it looks so pretty though. And yeah, just go over it with a baby wipe to make sure there's no glue on it. Don't want no glue residue on that. No. Okay, that's enough of me embarrassing myself. There's like a little bit at the top, but I don't know if she takes that off or not. But it doesn't matter. Maybe it's just like adds to it. Okay, she takes it off. Thank goodness, because that was well distracting. Okay. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, and there you go. So here they are, just up on the wall. Looking cute. And then the final one. Okay, and that's it. And we hope that you've enjoyed watching this video, and we hope that your creations turn out just as great. Probably even better, to be fair. No offense to Shay. But yeah, stay tuned. Bye.